Sini yangu. Okay. Hi guys. Oh my god, I think I'm rusty. I've forgotten how to do this. Okay. It's been so long. Okay. Hi guys. Welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha. This is Sha. Why do I always do that? Every time I do that, I always wonder why I'm asking what this is, why I'm saying this is Sha. Okay. Take 16. Hi guys, welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha. This is yet another episode. Oh, transition. Hi guys, welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha. It has been such a long time. I have not been here. I feel like every time I do this kind of video, I'm always apologizing. I feel like I always start by saying I'm sorry for disappearing for so long. And I feel like I said this exact same thing in the last video that I did that was like this. See where I'm going with this? It's becoming a pattern. Anywho, it has been a while and I've missed you guys so much. And y'all said you prefer these videos even way more than the vlogs that I do. So I'm trying to do more of this because I have so much I'm trying to share. And I realized when I do vlogs, I am more concentrated on the activities or what is going on around me than I am on telling you whatever I want to tell you. So I decided to do a lot more of this, and you are going to be seeing a lot more of this, so stay tuned. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being patient with me, for always watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And we are going to jump right into it because I have a lot I want to tell you in such a short span of time. I hope you guys have been well as I have. So I'm going to jump right into it. Last time I did this kind of video, if I'm not wrong, was probably right about so long ago. And I remember pitching an idea to you guys about starting mini series about life thus far, life this far and all that, and telling you guys how my life has been since I got here. And in case this is your first time here, my name is Sharon and I am a resident of Toronto in Canada. I have been here for, this is my 3rd year now, and that is part of the reason I'm feeling comfortable to do this kind of videos more, because I now feel like I have a little bit more experience and a lot more understanding of what's going on around me to be able to share and actually advise a little bit, you know, give my 2 cents. And the idea I'm trying to pitch right now is more or less like the other one, but also different. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and I remember one of the things you guys liked so much about one of the videos I did, like this one, was that I told you about the parts they don't tell you about. So I decided, why not do a bit more of that, right? So tell you more about what they don't tell you. And voila, that is the name of our new mini series. So the name is What They Don't Tell You. That's it. Simply, what they don't tell you and you're having to figure out as you go, what they don't advise you on, what they don't warn you about, and you're now having to learn on your own. And as you can already tell, with a topic such as this, I will be telling you my version, my experience, and I would really love to hear your version and your experience so that we can share, because this is all about learning. This channel is all about learning, teaching each other, and that's about it. So to get right into it, I'm going to start with this YouTube channel. Oh my goodness, when I started this video, not even this video, when I started this journey as a YouTuber, I don't want to say content creator because I'm really bad at doing that. I'm much better at this. I thought it was much easier. It just seemed like, you know, the people who have made it romanticize it so much that everyone watches it and they're like, I could probably do that, and it's probably so easy. But what they don't tell you though is what is all the nitty-gritty that goes into it. For instance, I don't want to tell you the same cliche about it's difficult to film, to look for a location, to look for equipment. If you ask me, that's the easiest part. Getting your equipment, getting your setup. Actually, I think for me, sitting down like this is actually the easiest part. It's everything else before this that is the most difficult. For instance, they don't tell you how after such motivation, you know, when you're coming into it, you're raw, you're hungry, you want to do it, and then after such a short time, all of a sudden you're busy with so much. For instance, when your life changes, like for me, when I came to Canada, I used to see so many people doing vlogs and videos about moving here, and I knew for sure that was what I was going to do. But they also don't tell you that you get really busy. They don't tell you that you are working, you are cleaning, you are living your life in a whole new place, which means you have to make up for all the things you had gotten so used to doing in your previous life while still trying to maintain this YouTube channel. They also don't tell you that while you're here, as you're creating this content, you either have two, what do you mean? What am I trying to say? Two extremities. Either you have writer's block, that is you run out of ideas of what to do, or you drown in ideas. You have so many ideas, you have no idea which one to do, which one not to. And if you ask me, they are just as bad, because when you have writer's block, you lose motivation. When you have too many ideas, you feel like you're drowning, you feel none of them is too good, you psychoanalyze them, you put them into audits, into what, and you end point in both of them is you end up not doing anything. They also don't tell you that yes, monetization is good. Yes, you get paid to do what you like doing. Yes, you come into this happy about it. But do they really stress about the amount of effort you have to put into all this? Do they tell you the journey to actually making the good money from all this? Because I feel like they just touch on it. They don't really tell you what goes into it, because it goes, there is so much that you need to learn. They do not tell you that you need to learn how to edit your own videos, and that you need to get better as you go, and that there are so many applications out there, you need to perfect one of them or else your content is going to become mediocre. They don't tell you that you will always be trying to one-up your previous video. They do not tell you that you find yourself literally competing with yourself and competing with others all at the same time. They don't tell you that you get imposter syndrome, where you sit down and you are not even sure what you're putting out there is good enough. They don't tell you that you need to protect your niche. You know, when you're coming in, there's that audience that you get, there's that niche that you have, and if you're not careful, you'll either lose them, or the content you're putting out there will get so watered down because it's the same content. So they don't tell you need to come up with a plan to satisfy your niche for a long haul, you know, in the long run, not just at that time. They don't tell you that some of these niches are so saturated, you will find yourself competing with people you didn't even know existed. They do not tell you, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm now rambling, but I hope you're writing all this down, because the point, oh wait, it's a YouTube video, you can always rewind and pause. Okay, there's that part. But my point is, there is so much they do not tell you when it comes to making all these YouTube videos, that I feel there should be a guidebook somewhere. Come on, you guys watching this video, I bet half of you or maybe a quarter of you are content creators. If you are facing some of these challenges that I'm talking about, please comment in the comment section. Tell me I'm not alone. Tell me it's not that I did not do my due diligence before starting this. Tell me that there is so much more that y'all are going through, or that you can advise us and the upcoming ones on, to make it easier. We said the whole point of this YouTube channel is to advise people based on our experiences, so that by the time they get there, they already know what to expect. It's not so bad, it's not so difficult, it's not so scary, because they say being forewarned is the same as being forearmed. So let's forearm each other, right? Is this what this video was supposed to be about though? I feel like it kind of is, because the whole point was to launch the idea of what they don't tell you, or was that the name? Let me yeah, my handy phone here with me. But the whole idea was, yeah, what they don't tell you, what they do not tell you, don't, whichever, what they do not tell you. So I feel like while rambling and venting, I have quite literally done my first video. Yeah, that's the other thing they don't tell you. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you sit down and rant and think you're doing the absolute worst, and it ends up being on some of your finest work. So what they don't tell you is don't give up. What they don't tell you is it's not always so bad. I felt like I was rambling, decided to take a short break. But also, the whole point of this is, what they don't tell you is being just like any other business, just like any other job, just like any other, what do you call it, entrepreneurial thing you choose to do. A lot of effort goes into this, a lot of investment in terms of time, in terms of research, in terms of feeding your brain, feeding your knowledge, because you have to be careful with what you're putting out there. If it is done, you have to know where you need to invest in. For instance, if you're doing so many sit down videos, you have to be careful or invest in your talking, right? Your confidence, your speech. That's what I meant to say by talking. Your speech, your idea flow. If you need to have a teleprompter in front of you, invest in buying one. If you do not have lighting in your house, get a ring light. You need a good camera. All these are the basics. But what I meant to say from the very beginning is, what they don't tell you is that is just the beginning. If you are going to start a YouTube channel, if you're going to start any business, effort is needed from the word go, into it, in the middle of it, up to the very end, or else it will die. Yeah. So with the same energy, with the same conviction, I am going to launch this new mini series called What They Do Not Tell You with Sha. And as I said, I am not a monopoly of knowledge. I have so much to learn. But my pain point is the fact that some of these things I feel could have been much easier had someone warned me or told me about them. I'm not blaming anyone, because probably that is where due diligence goes into, and doing your research. But let's teach each other. Let's tell each other a bit more. Let's communicate. So hit the comment section. Tell me things that you wish you knew getting into content creation. Tell me things you wish you knew quite specifically about starting your YouTube channel, because I think I'm right about 3 years into this, and I am still learning. I am still putting in so much into all this, and I still feel like I have so much to learn. So let's teach each other. Come on here, guys. Let's form a whole what they didn't tell you community, what you wish you knew, and let's learn from each other. I'm going to be linking with time, we're going to have an email address where we're going to be sharing all these stories for those who would rather share it in more context, and then I'll be bringing it here and sharing it with the rest of you. But you can mark my words, every Wednesday, and I am speaking this into being, every Wednesday we're going to have a new video talking about what they do not tell you. So guys, remember to like, remember to subscribe, and yeah, tell a friend, share, tell everyone. So welcome once again to Pick on a Day with Sha. I love you guys so much. Thank you for staying tuned in. See you next Wednesday. Mwah. Nothing but love. Mwah. Hi guys. Hi, welcome to Pick on a Day with Sha. It has been a long time. How are y'all doing? How does it look? How is that?
Yeah, at least use the
Hivyo.
Mm.
Yeah, that makes sense.